As I'm about to start. As I'm about to start filming. Oh, for goodness sake. Last week's show was the night after WrestleMania, so of course it was going to be awesome, and of course that means that this week's show is going to be one hell of a letdown. Isn't it? Gentlemen, welcome to some more Raw Thoughts. Like I said on the intro, last week's show, absolute classic, never going to forget it. So this week's show is always going to be a little bit worse, isn't it? Before we talk about Raw, something important has happened. Last night, clicked onto 1,500 subscribers. Thank you so much for that. It really does mean a lot, and you know what that means. I did say to you guys a long time ago, when I got to 1,500 subscribers, I would do another Q&A. If you would like me to Q&A, do it. If you would like me to do a Q&A even, please let me know in the comments down below, and I will do one. So, Raw opens with a tribute to the Ultimate Warrior. The roster is on top of the ramp. Most of them are wearing Warrior shirt, which is a really nice, good touch, as is Vince being out there. They play a really nice video package, which it chokes me up seeing Ultimate Warrior talk about his little girls. That is really, really hard to take that bit. And they do a Tell 'em Bell salute, which is a really nice touch. And then the wrestlers lead the fans in a Warrior, Warrior chant. That's really, really good. Tonight, we're going to have a tournament to crown a new #1 contender to the Intercontinental Championship. This would mean something if, of course, the Intercontinental Championship meant anything that it wasn't defended at WrestleMania. Why should I care? Once again, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'll say, as someone who adores the IC Championship belt, you know, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that we can start building it up and making it some prestige so that it means something. But at the same time, my expectations, my hopes are not very high. First match tonight is Rob Van Dam defeating Alberto Del Rio to advance in the tournament for the IC title. These two were wrestling for the World Heavyweight Championship a few months ago. Now they're in the opening match. That's funny. Love it when JBL rips into the educated feet. What do? Read? Fucking superb line. Alberto Del Rio gets a nice into but Rob Van Dam counters the armbreaker into a cover and then hits a 5-star frog splash for the win. Daniel Bryan isn't here tonight. He's on his honeymoon with Brie. Good for him. We get a recap of last week's show with the awesome main event. Then, in the back, it's all smiles and handshakes with Batista, Hunter, and Orton and Steph. Tonight, we are going to be celebrating the life and times of the Ultimate Warrior, starting with a clip from SummerSlam 1988. A truly classic moment where Honky Tonk Man, who's been Intercontinental Champion forever, it feels like, comes out, says, "Come on, just give me someone to wrestle, I don't care who it is." Ultimate Warrior's music hits, the place goes mental. Gorilla Monsoon and Superstar Graham on commentary go batshit. And 30 seconds later, Ultimate Warrior is the new Intercontinental Champion. Classic moment. In the back, the heels are talking. Wow, I've just gone so far down. Bryan isn't here, but the Shield are the bigger issue. No one can stop them. Stephanie says, "I know who can stop them. I'm looking at them." Hunter says that when they're on the same page, nobody can stop us. But Dave and Randy don't care about that. They just want to be champions. So I'll go, "Look, your problem, don't care." Good stuff. Ryback defeated the Rhodes Brothers, which is good. During the intro, Michael Cole shills the new Oculus film that WWE Films have made. It's got Karen Gillan in, Amy Pond, to you and me who love Doctor Who. He talks about some of the films that it's beaten, and that doesn't interest me at all. But Jeremy Johns, movie reviewer extraordinaire, says it's a good film, so that will do me. I don't do horror films at all, but it's one of those ones I might get in from the missus who loves horror films, you know, because he said it's good. Anyway, the point is that Rhodes hits a disaster kick on Axel. When he tries one on Ryback, he hits a massive lariat, which gets the win. Are you a believer? New Divas champion Paige defeating Alicia Fox in a match where I personally felt that Fox got way too much offense in. Bear in mind that this is her second appearance on Raw and her first proper match. I would have had Paige completely dominate this match. But what I will say is this. Cole says Norwich, right, which means a lot. And the pop that Scorpion crosslock gets at the end of the match, you know, it says to me that, yeah, they're going to keep using that one, and it's amazing. I love that move. I think it's so pretty. Usos defeating Randy Orton and Batista by disqualification. Usos have Warrior style face paint on, which is always a good thing. Match is progressing along nicely. Out come the Shield and attack Randy Orton, throw him into the barricade, and then Reigns hitting a Superman punch on Big Dave. Guessing it is their problem now. Our second Warrior moment is WrestleMania 6. Absolute perfectly booked match with Hulk Hogan. A proper passing of the torch moment because Hulk Hogan had not been pinned clean for a long time. Ultimate Warrior pins him clean as a whistle and leaves as champion. It's a shame, in my opinion, that Hulk Hogan fucked it all up by doing the, getting the belt and presenting the Ultimate Warrior with the belt, because that meant that no one was looking at Warrior and everyone was looking at Hulk. Hulk's admitted it, that he did that, so that's not something that I'm just speculating on here. In the back, Hunter's like, told you so, to Orton and Batista. Out comes Heyman. His client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the streak. And his client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the streak. And his client, Brock Lesnar, conquered the streak. And his client, Bork Laser, conquered the streak. Oh, yes. He talks about how his loss has made Taker immortal. And when he speaks, you listen. Out comes Cesaro, who now has no music. Now he's not with the Real Americans. He defeats Mark Henry to advance in the tournament after the neutralizer. Surely, as the Jobber Battle Royale winner, he should get an automatic title shot. But no, that's not how this one works, apparently. I don't know what that means. He won the Battle Royale, doesn't get anything for it, which is a bit strange. And then, in the back, Hunter tells Brad Maddox, yes, he's still got a job, to tell the Shield that they have a match tonight, but won't tell them who their opponents are. That's quite mean. Can't prepare for them, can he? Thunder. I've had tweets about my Blue Spark addiction. Isn't that funny? I love it. Absolutely superb. Alexander Rusev defeating Xavier Woods in less than a minute after Sambo slamming that fucking accolade. R-Truth made the save. He got beat as well. Warrior moment number 3 is defeat of Rick Rude at SummerSlam 1990 in a steel cage. The match made perfect sense because Rick Rude was one of the few people who had beaten the Ultimate Warrior, but the problem was Rick Rude was seen as a mid-carder. Despite changing his look a bit, no one actually took him seriously as a main eventer in the slightest, so it's just one of those, Then Sheamus defeating Jack Swagger to advance. Love Swagger catching Sheamus off the apron, turning it into a power slam. And of course, I love Swagger working the leg because I love shit like that. I also love the leg crumpling. When he hits the match-winning bro kick, the left leg completely crumples out from under him. It's absolutely superb. And of course, he limps off up the ramp. But of course, I was expecting Cesaro versus Swagger. Or were you? Because I know, yeah, I was. Completely weird. Adam Rose is coming. To make a party look big, you need big little people. Superb, today. Everyone will hate this gimmick when it debuts, I'm sure of that. And then in the ring, Sandow says he's the most deserving person. Here's Big Show. Show says some things before he gets knockout punched. And you're like, right, this is the type of thing you see on a house show to make people happy. On Raw, it's like, did they realise, like, when the show starts, hang on a sec, we've got 5 minutes to kill, what should we do? Some more wrestling, maybe? Here's the Wyatts. Bray says that society has become putrid, and you people do as you're told. You see what you want to see, but Bray says he doesn't see a blank canvas like you or I. He sees a beautiful painting. He has 1,000 faces and 1,000,000 names, and he's never lied to us. John Cena has, though. His career is built on a lie. He earns your trust behind a smile, but he is a beast. But don't worry, I will not let this happen anymore. Cena is right where I want him, against the ropes, and he just needs one more push. Abigail is his sword, and he doesn't want to use it yet. He just wants to play. And of course, it brings Cena out. He wants to play. No one wants to see him get pushed. Nice little inside joke there. Cena wants to have some fun, and he said if he could just get the Wyatts to happy hour, then they will be the life of the party. He bets Rowan has jokes for days. Harper is the type to streak, and it takes a man's man to wear white pants like Bray. But he has something about... He says something about Roll Tide, which goes straight over my head but gets a big pop and lows. That must be an American sports sort of thing, because that means nothing to me whatsoever. Nothing at all. Cena has found Abigail Wyatt on MySpace. He shows a picture of her, and it's Bray in drag, and you just go, ugh. And it's Bray's mum. And it's Harper in drag. And of course, recently there's been a new addition to the Wyatt family, a baby, Chastity Lynn Wyatt, and no prizes for guessing who that is. Bray says John is hilarious, and they laughs off serious threats, as that all he knows. Cena then goes serious, saying when he goes serious, Bray Wyatt gets beaten. Be careful what we wish for, Bray. This time you'll fight for everything. Every week you talk, but without the family you can't back up what you say. At Extreme Rules, you face me in a steel cage match. Bray loves it, leads the people in a verse of he's got the whole world in his hands. I was groaning, honestly groaning at the Photoshop pics, because that's like very juvenile humour. Once Cena snapped into it and went serious, this was fantastic. How's that sound? Fandango, a new dance partner, Layla, defeating Emma and Santino in a minute and a half. Yay. I don't know why. In the back, Steph is not very pleased with Kane. Oh, no. She chews him out, gives him a right good telling to. And then she ends it with what's happened to the devil's favourite demon. Kane stands up looking really pissed off, going... And Steph, she doesn't back down or anything. She's just staring at him like, come on, this guy's meant to be intimidating. No, I'm just going to sit there. Kane gets his mask out from a glass that I assume he just carries around with him, the mask inside a glass case for some reason. And he gets the mask out, saying he'll send Bryan to the depths of hell. And then, you can't spell challenge, sorry, try again. And then, you can't spell challenge without change. You need to be inspired. You need to be a believer. Oh yes. Warriors' final public words at the last Warrior moment. I enjoyed it last week. I didn't talk about it too in depth because I was trying to get through this as fast as I could. Looking back on it now, of course, it doesn't half seem a bit strange. I'm sure it's all coincidence. I'm sure of it, right? I'm absolutely certain of that. But the way he just was talking and saying, every man's heart will beat its last beat, every man's lungs will take the last breath, 24 hours dead. And you're like, right, that's weird. Very, very strange. Obviously, I didn't talk about it on my Backlash review because that wasn't the time or the place. And I'm not the type of guy, if you're wondering, I don't like doing vids when someone's died. Because for me, it's a cheap way of getting views. Now, I know I've done it in the past. I know I did a vid about Benoit the day after Benoit died. But yeah, since then, it's one of those things that it makes me feel uncomfortable seeing people doing vids about them. Yeah, I understand if you want to share about your memories, that kind of makes sense. But like I say, it's just an easy way to get views. And I don't like it. It's one of the things that a couple of my friends also agree with me on. It's just one of those things I don't want to do, So if you're wondering why I haven't commented very much, that's why. So there we go. On Adam Rose's bus, a bunny loses hungry hippos and is sad. But he's told not to be down, be a rosebud. By Adam Rose, why not, eh? Then, our last qualifying match, Wade Barrett defeating Dolph Ziggler to advance after the Bull Harrow decent match. Afterwards, Barrett gets on the mic, he's got some bad news. And he will be the next Intercontinental Champion. After a good promo vid after a good promo vid about Kane, which is interesting because he said he was going to put his mask on 6 minutes ago, and now he's got a promo vid. Good work, really, guys. Good work. The Shield defeating Alberto Del Rio, Swagger, Fandango, 3MB, Titus, Barrett, Rusev, Fandango, and I said Fandango twice. Nice. Aren't I clever? And Ride Baxel via disqualification after battering Rollins, and then Reigns hitting a spear on the outside, which leads to a massive brawl. That leads to disqualification. The numbers game is just too much for the Shield, and then, because you're expecting Daniel Bryan to hit there, he's on honeymoon, yeah, of course he is, sort of thing, We're always told when someone's not here, they're actually here. So you sat there waiting for Daniel Bryan to appear, aren't you? That's just Wrestling 101, isn't it? He's not here, therefore he actually is here. It's not Daniel Bryan's music hits, no. It's actually Evolution's music that hits. To indifference, really. I've seen a couple of tweets, and I've seen a couple of Facebook posts that go, oh my god, I marked out so bad for this one. For me, it's one of those, okay, cool. Another nostalgia act coming back. And it's one of those, I don't know what to think of this one. On the one hand, it's like, yeah, cool. Shield versus Evolution, that should be fun. And especially if Evolution do a couple of jobs to them, it'll do wonders for the Shield. But at the same time, without that fourth man, right, first things first, without that fourth man, they need, if they're going to do Evolution again, they need, all the best stables, as we all know, spawn out someone, So like with the first Evolution, it was both Batista and Randy Orton. We need a fourth member, in my opinion, a young one, ideally someone from NXT. Don't ask me who, no idea. But then, yeah, someone to be put into the group that they can spawn out in the future. That's what I'd like to see. The second one, though, right, is it just me? Always, there's never been, when we're always clamouring for people to come back, oh yeah, we should bring back The Rock or bring back Stone Cold Steve Austin or whoever. Yeah, just two off the top of my head, yeah. No one ever says, oh man, do you know what I wish Evolution came back. Or is that just something that I've missed? You know? All the times I've been sat watching wrestling, oh, I wish Evolution were. It's like, no, that's not one that I really care about. Oh, so, yeah, classy tribute to the Warrior. Oh, sorry, I'm missing something there. Sorry, wait a second. Evolution absolutely batter the three members of the Shield. With Rollins and Reigns both taking an RKO, then a Batista bomb. Ambrose, lucky bastard, only gets to take them all both at the same time. So, you know, and then Hunter gets on the mic and says, believe in Evolution, hits the pedigree, and that's what Scott is the show. So, yeah, I like the tribute to the Warrior. And obviously, I'm prepared to give the Intercontinental Championship title tournament thing time, but going in waiting to, expecting to be disappointed. And yeah, we'll remember this show because it was at the show that Evolution came back. But in a month's time, other than Evolution coming back, this is a completely forgettable show, in my opinion. It's a storyline advancement one. I've got no complaints with that. But yeah, completely forgettable show. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Mark P. What did you think of this week's Raw? If you'd like me to do a Q&A, please let me know in the comments. I'm sure you already have. Yes, please, Mark. Yes, please. It'll be the usual case. It'll be I'll do a vid. Put your comments down here, and there'll be a set time period. It'll probably be 6 hours, because I think the last time I did it might have been for 12, might have been 24. You remember my last Q&A was in 4 parts. Each one was an hour long. So we're going to have to put a very, very strict time limit on this, yeah? So if you see that vid, quickly write your comment in. If it says comments have been disabled, you've missed your chance, alright? Because I want to do a Q&A, don't get me wrong, but these 4 hour long ones are just too much. I'd rather do one Q&A that's an hour long and get it out of the way because I don't like doing them. Okay, I've been Mark P. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be back in a couple of days' time. And 1998 was a great episode. If good people don't want me to do a Q&A. If you do, I'll probably be back in less than 24 hours saying, hey, ask me questions. I've been Mark P. Take it easy, guys.